to 500 million ईयर. कितना साल चला गया? 3500 million ईयर चला गया. Life didn't grow. But at 500 million years, suddenly life becomes so abundant. What happened during that time? If some subject can explain these things, like only tectonics, not the paleontologist can explain this part. He will read so many flora and fauna, fine. But why they become so exorbitant during, he will not be able to answer. Only he knows tectonics. Similarly, the oceans. You will see the carbonate rocks, the carbonate rocks becomes abundant from Proterozoic onward. Proterozoic onward, the carbonate rocks starts appearing abundantly, just like life. Life started appearing from Paleozoic time. The carbonate rocks started appearing from Proterozoic. Proterozoic means 2500 million year, 2600 million year. So 4000 से 2600, nearly 1400 million year went. Where was the carbonate rocks? क्यों नहीं आया carbonate rock to the ocean? Who will explain? A sedimentologist cannot explain it. A tectonic geologist will explain. Because he has to see many things together, Why the carbonate rocks become so abundant in the Proterozoic? Similarly, sedimentary rocks. What are the sedimentary rocks? As I told you, sandstone, shale, limestone. ये तीनों याद रखो. These are the 3 sedimentary rocks. और जो है ना, वो सब कुछ काम की नहीं है. Shale, sandstone, limestone. These 3 sedimentary rocks becomes abundant from Proterozoic. Quartzite. Quartzite is a rock, which becomes abundant. Can you name a very famous quartzite in Indian stratigraphy? Smooth quartzites came to your mind. वो किधर है? किधर? It is in Himalaya. अरे हिमालय छोड़ो, तुम्हारे इंडिया में बताओ. बहुत बड़ा important formation. Alvar quartzites in Rajasthan. Alvar quartzites. You see, like smooth quartzite, very thick, extensive. दिल्ली तक जाता है ना. दिल्ली IIT अंदर कभी आप जाएंगे, you will find only quartzites. They are Alvar quartzites. Very extensive. The age is 1500 million years. Like this, similarly, smooth quartzite, what is the age? Paleozoic age. समझा कि नहीं समझा मेरा बात? ये sedimentary rock जो है ना, they also becomes very abundant from Proterozoic time. Archean time में there was very little sedimentary rocks. Archean time में क्या था? Archean time में you will get many igneous rocks, bended iron formations, iron ore group. सुना होगा ना ओडिशा में? Like this, Archean time has its own sedimentary, one rocks history. Proterozoic time has its own sedimentary history. Similarly, Paleozoic time has its life history. तो ऐसे ही तो क्रस्ट ग्रोथ करता है. ये why all these changes has happened? Who will explain? The only tectonics can explain. So tectonics takes care of what, right from life to sedimentology, plus structure, plus igneous petrology, all these things. Crust mantle story. Many things it takes care of, to explain the crustal growth. Otherwise, crustal growth कैसे हुआ? You cannot understand. That is why I told those boys, भाई इतना जियोलॉजी आप कैसे पढ़ोगे? इतना रिलेशनशिप आप नहीं कर पाओगे ना. आप स्ट्रक्चरल जियोलॉजी कैन रीड. Those structural jiology one can read because it is well focused, sigma 1, sigma 2, or F1, F2. But when you come to tectonics, it takes care of many things together. वो लाइफ हिस्ट्री कैसे हुआ, सबडक्शन में क्या क्या रॉक टाइप्स मिलता है, वेरिएशन कैसे होता है. These things are purely geological subjects. Now, this is how the crustal growth and tectonics are related. You cannot just differentiate them. Now, how we will proceed for this course, So recently there was an earthquake happened, Recently there was an earthquake. When the earthquake happened? Day first, where? Morning. The part of crustal building process. This is also part of crustal. You don't see earthquake, as a damaging phenomenon. It is a constructive phenomenon. Tectonics say it is unless earthquakes are there, your crust will not be built up. So that means जितना crust आप देख रहे हैं, आप कभी डेंटिस्ट के पास गया है ना? You come out after few days, with a very healthy tooth. But during the treatment, how painful it is. So in a process of treatment, in process of a construction, he is damaging many of your, putting some anesthetic injections, like that, The crustal building has been taken by these small events of destruction, which you say is destruction. But in fact, it is not a part of destruction, part of constructive activity only. The entire earthquakes is part of the constructive activity. Crustal building process. Suppose आप लोग वहाँ नहीं रहते हैं, earthquake होता है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है आपको? Because you people stay and your houses are being damaged, you say it is a damaging factor. But suppose you are not staying there, the wild animals, they enjoy, for few times when there is earth vibration takes place, they enjoy. They always expect, there should be more and more earthquakes. You people, stay inside the house. So my student, Manipur, Yungkom sent a message yesterday telling, sir, it is very painful, sir, because my marriage was going to happen tomorrow. So I sent a message telling, you get married and at least get some enjoyment, House damage हो गया तो क्या हो गया तुम्हारा? Life की तो damage मत करो. Like this. But he said, sir, as usual, when earthquake happens, these cattle, they run here and there. Happiness. People say this is an indication of earthquake. So earthquake is never a process of destruction. It is a process of construction only. We take it. The Madras में इतना flood हुआ. Flood तो होगा ना. Otherwise, how the cleaning will take place? But you say, sir, so many lives are destroyed. कौन फर्क पड़ता है आपका life destroyed? हो गया तो हो गया है. Follow this point, now. So this is how tectonics and crustal building process are related. The point is, see, I'll show that map. And Manipur map, I do not know. It will be there. So this map, as I told you, how earthquake is a constructive process, it helps in crustal growth. This is why I have put this. You see, present earthquake occurred here. That is Manipur. Very close to Impal this happened. This earthquake around 6.7 maybe. But you see, this is one of the area, where earthquakes takes place very frequently. Right? If I draw, roughly I am drawing that. So this is the subduction zone. Similarly, subduction zone is along Himalaya is the subduction zone. Like this. This is also subduction zone. So these are the areas. So this is Manipur. Manipur. Like this, this is a belt where this earthquake, Nepal earthquake, somewhere here. Like this, Karakoram earthquake. Here is the Karakoram part. So this is a zone of earthquakes, all along the subduction zone of India. You can say this is Indian subduction zone. Understood now? So this subduction zone, what does it signify? The subduction zone signifies where a pre-existing ocean is being destroyed. All the subduction zones, whatever subduction zones we talk about, that is a place where the oceans are being destroyed. So this is the site of an older ocean. There is an ocean here, which you say is Tethys Ocean. So Tethys Ocean was destroyed here. Now you do not see. So all along this, the ocean has now closed its wing. So time was there when entire ocean was existing, when sediments were deposited. Then ocean becomes smaller, 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 And those sediments which were there in the ocean, they got deformed, melted, metamorphosed. So where would they go? Those sediments would go. They are all added to Indian crust. That is appearing as a Himalaya mountain now. Himalaya mountain has become a continental crust now. Everything has been scrapped off and added to what is the rocks here. Here it was, say, the Aravalli was existing here. Vindhyan was existing here. Chotnagpur Gneiss was existing here. Here was Assam Gneiss was. Precambrian rocks were there. So these are the Proterozoic rocks which were existing in Indian crust. Now, so much of tertiary rocks now added to it. That is how the continental crust grown. Now, the Indian crust is so vast. Now, we are now fighting for our Indian crust. We are unable to define the boundary. Why? Had the Tethys Ocean been existed here, China would not have seen us. Neither we would have seen them. There is no interest lying in there. Did Australia is fighting with us? No. Or Burma is fighting with us? No. Because ocean is existing in between. Now since a crust is created, now everybody is now claiming for this crust. So how this crust was built up? Because ocean was existing. So entire oceanic assemblage, oceanic rocks have been squeezed and added to Indian crust. Or China crust, whatever you say. That is how the crust built up. Now when you are closing this crust, or when you are closing this ocean and building this crust, कैसे close करते हैं? How we are closing it? That is what it is the point. So when you are closing this ocean, so a flat ocean like this, 10 kilometer deep. So ocean may be around 10, 13 kilometers. The present ocean, how deep it is? Mariana Trench is 13 kilometers. So let us say the Tethys Ocean was as deep as this. 13 किलोमीटर ओशन का डेप्थ होता है मैक्सिमम 13-14 किलोमीटर इतना डेप्थ. नाउ यू वांट टू क्लोज इट ना, ऐसे क्लोज करेंगे इसको, कैसे क्लोज करेंगे? पॉइंट इज दिस. तो क्या ऐसे पानी ऐसे थोड़ी हो जाएगा? इट हैज ए मैकेनिज्म, विद फ्लैट फ्लो और undulated flow, more or less flat flow, then going into crust. This is the ocean. Now you want to close it. How will you close it? Point is this. So these 2 points should come together. This ocean will be destroyed. This is the mechanism. आप सपोज किताब है, किताब ऐसे खोल के बैठे हैं, आप तो ऐसे क्लोज कर दिया, बट थोड़ी ओशन ऐसे क्लोज हो जाएगा. So that closing phenomena of the ocean brings the subduction into picture. हम ये क्लोज करेंगे कैसे ना, यहाँ से तोड़ देंगे. सेंटर ऑफ द ओशन विल ब्रेक इट, ब्रेक करके एक का ऊपर एक चढ़ाएंगे ऐसा. दैट इज हाउ इट विल क्लोज. सो दिस प्रोसेस इज सबडक्शन प्रोसेस. वन पार्ट विल सबडक्ट, अदर पार्ट विल ओवरराइड. सो दिस इज अ टेक्टोनिक प्रोसेस हाउ द ओशन इज क्लोज्ड. So when we are breaking, taking one part below and another part up, so there will be friction. So when the friction will be there will be earthquakes. So like it is not a single plane, subduction zone might be going like this, but there will be many parallel planes like this, on the overlying plate. You see overlying plate. So all the relative motions takes place. So along those faults or the fractures, there will be friction, there will be earthquake. So earthquake is a part of this subduction process, crust building process. Because it starts with closing of the ocean. Closing of the ocean will take place through subduction. Subduction will happen through faulting or thrusting. So earthquake will come into picture. So earthquake, that what you are seeing today, because the Indian crust is being built up. Indian crust is being built up. Part by part, things from the depth is coming out. Beginning time, you see, when the Tethys Ocean closed, just at the beginning, so much sediments were there. So it started subducting, like this. Those sediments are deformed. Oceanic crust was scrapped off. They are thrown out. Like this, crust will be built up. So this earthquake is just an expression. Earthquake is just an expression of crust building process. one part is going down, another part is climbing up. It's a crust building process का manifestation है earthquake, nothing else. So that means when you are seeing some earthquake, means the crust is becoming thicker. So laterally it is adding to the older crust. So now this is an area where crust building activity is taking place. That is how we got the Himalayan crust. Follow on this point?
Excuse me. So you said that at a continent oceanic crust will be split out. Suppose it is splitting from this point. So at this particular place, the density of that both the rocks, both sides of the will be almost same. So there will not be a density contrast. So how one
will go down. We'll read all these things. That is why the tectonic process will come. We'll read that tectonic. So how one part goes, which part will go down, which part will climb. We'll read. So now the subduction zone is a element, in this tectonics. Subduction zone is a major element. So this tectonics, because crust building process is taking place. The point is, this type of subduction, whether it was happening during Proterozoic time, that is the bigger question. Sir, so if the crust building process was going on during Proterozoic time, during Archean time, whether this type of subduction was continuing that time also, that means the tectonic process which you see today, the tectonic process means the subduction. Suppose one of the elements of tectonics is subduction. So this subduction process, was it continuing during Proterozoic? Was it there during Archean? Or if it is not there, what was there? Who was doing this crustal building process? That is to be studied. No? So who will tell all these things to us? The crust. The crust will tell us. The older crust will tell you whether subduction was there or not. The Proterozoic crust will tell you whether subduction was there or not. So we should know how to study them. Point is, we should know how to study them. Just like as I told you, if you see an earthquake, the subduction is going on. That is your interpretation, no? So if you go to Proterozoic time, if you find some earthquake related phenomena, then you may say, there was subduction. Suppose you don't see any earthquake phenomena, then how was the subduction during that time? So like this, you have to interpret. You cannot see these tectonics conditions now in Proterozoic time. But from the rock assemblages, from different structures, you can interpret how was the tectonics during Proterozoic, how was the tectonics during Archean. So you have to interpret that. Hello, na? Just like you are interpreting here. Now, so the subduction zone is one of the important tectonic features in the crustal building process. Now, see, this class is 1.5 hours. Okay. You are not feeling bored so far? No, no. But so far I am only telling the story here. Now, just one thing. Just I will just show some crustal tectonic elements that is present today. Just now, what are the different tectonic elements which are present in the crust? That I will tell you first. Now, see, as I told you, first let us start from India. So we got a subduction. We got a subduction. छोटा करता हूँ, where you will not be able to do it. So this is the subduction. You understand, na? Yes, subduction zone only. Then how far it continues, we will see that part later. Let us continue up to at least Andaman. This part of India. This is Andaman subduction. This is your Manipur or northeast subduction. This is Himalaya subduction. This is, you can say, this side. What I should write? Pakistan subduction. So these are the subduction zones. One of the important tectonic element, in crustal evolution. The point is, suppose I gave you a sheet of paper to you. Sheet of paper to you. So what is this paper, you try to see this part. A card, suppose a thermocol like substance. Now what I am doing, there is a bigger depression here. How? There is a bigger depression. This is your ocean. Are you able to follow my diagram? Sediments are being deposited. Some 10 crust is your 40 kilometers. Huh? So let us say 40 kilometers. See, in that 10 kilometer ocean was there. Let us start the story from here. You have an ocean which has so much of sediments accumulated. Now you are closing it. So whatever sediments were there, they will be thrown over this. These are the continents. This is the ocean. So whatever sediments being deposited here, they will be all added to this continent. Now you have to bring these 2 points together. ऐसे थे खोल के ना अभी ऐसे चला गया. You see, they are coming closer now. So these sediments will be pressed. That is how Himalaya was grown. ठीक है ना? Now when you are bringing these 2 points together, what will happen to this continent? Continent will be stretched. Now the whole globe is lying one sheet of paper. Somewhere you are bringing one part riding over the other. So this part will be stretched automatically. This part will be stretched. It cannot remain like that. So when you are creating a stretching condition somewhere, in the crust, it will break apart. Because this is a brittle material, it will break apart. Now, so how it will break? Here it will break. Somewhere they will break like this, tear apart. यहाँ tear ऐसे tear हो जाएगा. Otherwise, how you will bring these 2 points together? So you have to tear apart somewhere. Maybe here, maybe this side. This is tearing. So that means with subduction zone, you are creating another tectonic element, of extension, of stretching. Here it is a closing, but you cannot close a ocean without creating another ocean. Just you cannot do it. So that means when you are destroying something, you have to create something, then only you can destroy. Followed this point, na? That means the destruction of an ocean takes the path of creating a new ocean. So here the ocean will be created. Then only, suppose 1 centimeter movement is taking place this side, 1 centimeter movement taking place this side, so this will also open 1 centimeter.